What's up, guys? This is Justin from the Board Game Losers. Here we go again with our playthrough of Dungeon Crusade, back with another episode. So, last episode, a little bit rough, a quite unfortunate encounter card. I'm hoping for some better luck this time around. So, um, let's just get into it. We've got our upkeep phase. We don't have any afflictions. We do have a lit torch still. So let's roll for a lit torch. Uh, our battle mage does have a lit torch, and we do not want a 1 or a 2. That is, you can't see it right there. It's a 5, so we're good there. No lit torch goes out. Initiative tokens. We're going to do our classic 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. We don't have anything to do on the teleport track. And we're good there. Next, we're going to do the encounter phase. Hope we get much better luck with the encounter phase. Okay. Here we go. Encounter phase event. The dungeon becomes frighteningly silent as the air grows unnaturally still. Cancel all environmental cards that are in effect. Okay. So we don't have any of those currently in effect, so that's good. So basically, I guess that was the equivalent of an interlude card for us, which is awesome. We could use the help. Next, we're going to do our Guardian roll. And we don't have any Guardians currently on the board. So let's roll for our Guardian. Currently, we're at 18. Is that right? Roll for 20. And then we had our second event. Oh, no, it should be down one more. I think it should be down to 17. Or this will be the fourth one. So this will be, we're looking at 18 and 11. So nothing happens. It moves down to a 17. And that takes care of the Guardian phase. And so now we're off to our hero phase. Okie doke. We're going to start with our Paladin, who, if you remember, is heading to the Watchtower on the other side of the map to clear out the infestation there. Alright, so here we are. Here is our Paladin moving that way. Probably going to run into this Wraith, if I had to guess. But that's okay. First activation, first action is going to be a move action. And this is a d6 plus 2 because he still doesn't have a torch. Oh! No. Back that up. First thing we're going to do is we're going to deal with Albus. Because remember, excuse me, we sent Albus to town to sell some items and to purchase us a torch. So let's do that first, and then we'll do our paladin. That way, Albus can come in, hand off the torch to the paladin, and any other gear or anything like that that we need to do. So I'm going to do all the town stuff, and then we'll come back. We'll go over here and we'll look and see what Albus did while he was in town. All right. So here's what we're going to do with our buddy Albus. He had these 3 items on him. We're selling these 3 items. So that's 6, 9, 10, 1100 for these items. So those are sold. Boom. Those are gone. So there's 1100 gold right there. He had 200 gold on him. So we're, of course, purchasing a torch. And we're also going to purchase an elixir to replace the one that our paladin already had to use at the very beginning. So he at least can get rid of one more affliction if he had to. And then we're going to buy 2 items. We're going to buy this Pendant of Swiftness. So T2 item is an amulet, +2 to your base movement for 400. So we'll take 300, 400 for that. And I put this here because that is going to go to our Paladin. It's my reminder for the Paladin. Which leaves us with 700 gold. Of that 700, we're going to use 600 to purchase this enchanted charm, which is a trinket, and that is going to go to our battle mage because she doesn't have anything like that. This is +4 to the following attributes, and remember he's got the boots, enchanted boots that do the +2 or +3. So I figure that's probably the better buy for her. That'll give her some buffs in the attribute area. So that'll leave us with 100 gold left on Albus. And that is what Albus is going to do. That's what he's going to buy. So next thing, and it doesn't take an action, as I understand it, for him to buy, since he's already there. So we're going to go back to the dungeon, and actually we're going to run him in here right quick. And then we're going to continue on with Paladin's turn. So like I said, we'll put all that there. All this money is spent. And these items will go on to Albus. And also, while we're there, when we do stop by the Battle Mage, we're going to grab all of her mining things and put on it. These don't take up any slots on Albus as far as like carrying stuff. So we can put those on him and just because odds are he would be the one doing it if it wasn't Celebration Day. So it makes sense for him to carry it. And it's just one less thing for her to have to worry about. All right, cool. Yeah, let's go to back to the board with Albus and get some of our gear distributed. All right, here we are. It's technically not the first activation yet. So Albus, of course, has 2 actions, and he's going to start anywhere on the siege tile, the entrance. We'll start him right there. And remember, as a free action, he can trade. So he's going to go ahead and he's going to grab from the Battle Mage all of the items here that we have. And then he is going to hand her, and we get these 2 items, he's going to hand her this enchanted charm. So she now has the enchanted charm, and hopefully that will... oh, we did actually have to... I forgot in the upkeep, we did actually have to unchannel our counterattack. So now she's carrying both of these items plus that charm. Pretty expensive, but +4, pretty good. Especially with the checks that we've had to make. Now Albus is going to move. He's going to try to move, which I'm fairly certain he's going to be able to do because he has a minimum of 10 movement over by the Paladin. Okay, well, that was a horrible roll, but fortunately with +10, that's still an 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He'll hand that off. It's Pendant of Swiftness to the Paladin. So now the Paladin's base movement with this pendant is a d6 +4. And I did that primarily because... oh no, he has the Pendant of Lost Souls. I can't do that. Crap, I forgot about that. Alright, well, I'll take that back. The Battle Mage is getting the necklace too. Yep, Battle Mage is actually going to get this as well. Okay, well, I just have to remember that. She has She has +4 movement. Okay. Well, that'll work out because I was kind of thinking to make her the minion killer, so she needs to have plenty of movement. But we are for sure going to give the torch to our paladin, and remember, we're also going to give that affliction elixir to the paladin. So there we go. So now the paladin is good to go, and I'm actually going to go ahead and move the Albus this way, since that's kind of the direction they're both headed. That way, if they do get any items or anything like that, Albus will be closer to them. Okay. So that was, let's see, what was that? That was 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 11. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we'll do it again. Because why not? He's got 2 actions. Really? Okay. 11 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright. There you go. He's way over yonder. He put the jets on. Cool. Now, we'll start with the paladin. This is his first activation. He has the torch now, so he gets a d6 plus 2. Plus another 2, so he gets a d6 plus 4. So that's a total of 7 moves. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He was one. Let's see. Yeah, he is one square short of converting this servant into a raiding minion. So he's going to use his next action. That was his first action. His next action for this activation is also going to be moved. He's going to move up to this raiding minion and try to take him out on his way, because he's not going to make it all the way to the edge over here. 3 plus 4 again, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. Now this technically, as soon as we came within 4, converted into raiding. So he's going to attack that Shadow Servant along the way. So let's go to the battle board. All right. Here we are. We got the Shadow Servant. It is a spiritual, arcane, and physical checks. Its ability is called Vanish. Doesn't have anything to do with combat, so we don't need to worry about that. So let's just get into it. Remember, this is a minion, so we will be using the final strike die. And what are we going to combat it with? Spiritual. Oh, good. That's a good one for us. So spiritual, we're going to get +4, +3. That's 7. And we're going to use the bow. So we get a +7. We need a 13 to hit. We need to do 2 damage. So our bow does 3. So as long as one of these 2 hits, excuse me, if one of these 2 hits, we will be okie dokie. And then we get a +7. So we need a 6 or better. Okay, well that was a horrible final strike roll, but fortunately with a 13, that's what we needed. The Shadow Servant gets killed with our bow and our warfare check. Awesome sauce. And we need a 19 plus for the loot roll. Oh my gosh, we actually made it. Holy cow. Okay, well, 100 gold goes to our paladin. We're going to take our big old fat stack of loots here, and let's randomly cut it. And our loot is Boots of stench. They smell of a dead, rotted corpse that's been under the Avalon sun for hours. Wow. Okay. Well, that was absolutely horrendous. And then I'll attempt to shuffle this massive deck off camera. It goes back in it. And we don't get any life force for that, so he is coming off the board. And cool. So let's go back. That was the second action of the first activation. So that first activation is over for a paladin. So let's go back to the board and we will start his second activation. Alright, here we are back with the paladin. He is attempting to get over into this area. Although, yeah, we're going to have to go through some traps to do that, unfortunately. But that is the direction he is heading. So, we will take his D6. He's got his 2 activations. Whoops. 2 activations. So, we're going to roll. And, yep. First activation, action, move. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Whoa, 6 plus 4. 2 plus 2 for his base movement, plus 2 for his torch. So that's a total of 10. So 1, 2, 3. More than 4 here, so they don't trigger. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm trying to decide. 8. I'm trying to decide if I want him to mine or just not worry with it. Maybe since he's over here, he might as well. 9, 10. And then with his next action of that activation, he'll mine. Yeah. Let's do that. He's over here, he might as well. So, I'm going to roll a D3. Ooh, a big one. We're going to go to mining site D, which we have not been to yet. And we're going to draw. So these have been shuffled up. We're going to draw the top card. And we get an Iolite. Or he gets an Iolite, I guess I should say. So, cool. That also means that we did that action. So we have to roll 30-12. Currently our pickaxe is in pristine condition. So if there's anything but a 12, we'll be okay. A 6, we're good. We are good. And that completes his second activation. His third activation. Second activation done. On to his third activation. This one might be rough. Because we've got to deal with trap. So there's a trap right here in this corner. Let's start with movement. First action, he's going to try to go and get into this chamber right here. Yep. 6 plus 4, 10. 1, 2. We hit the trap. We check. Is the trap a trap? Of course. Theoretically, there are not traps on the board. Apparently, I don't know how to find them. But they do exist. They're not a figment of your imagination. Here's our trap deck. Give it a quick shuffle. Give it a cut. And our trap is pit and the pendulum. Tracking down a long cord of the hero notices blood spattered upon the wall. Suddenly a loud swoosh is heard from behind, followed by a huge pendulum heading towards the hero. Test Evade 15. Alright, so Evade 15. Remember, with the scalable difficulty, that test gets subtracted by 3, so it's a test of 12. His Evade currently is a 1 plus for his class, plus he gets another 3 from the gem of then his boots. So that is a plus 4 to this roll. So we need a 12, and he gets a plus 4 to this roll. So we need an 8 or better. And it's a 7. On a fail, they are struck. Roll 2d6. Good God Almighty. Alright, 2d6. That's how much damage they take. The result is damage taken. So only 3. Okay. Not the worst. He's got 5. He goes down to 2. Now we have to make a physical resistance check. His physical resistance, remember, that is only what is on his character and his gear, or his not his weapons, but if he had like trinkets or necklaces or rings, that would count. Plus whatever is on his character sheet, that's a 4. A physical resistance check of 16 minus 3 is a 13. We get plus 4 to this. Oh, of course. There's a 20. We don't get anything for it. It should be like in Zai, where like you roll a 20, you get a fame point. I think if you roll a natural 20, you should get a free life force, just for being awesome. So fortunately, there's no more, no affliction happens, but on a fail, that does end the hero's turn. So he had one more activation he could have used, but he can't use it now because that trap. So that actually ends his turn. So not great. What I will need to make sure and do, though, is I need to make sure and heal next time before he starts moving around and gets in that chamber, because I'll mess around and forget. He doesn't have any potions, so he's going to have to use his healing hands. I didn't really have enough money to do it, so. Alright, cool. That takes care of the paladin. Let's go to the battle mage, who is going to be heading in the same direction, actually, and then taking a turn to the north to step out some minions. Because remember, we've got to get that those orc archers. So we want to take out as many minions as we can. So when we do that roll, my version of the roll, to spawn it, do minion phase, we can have the best possible chance that we can have. So let's go to the battle mage. Alright, here we are with our mage. So remember, with our mage, on her activation, she's got some mega movement, because she's got her base movement, d6 plus 2, plus she got 2 from the torch, so that's 4, plus now she has that pendant, which is another 2, so now she has a d6 plus 6, which is insane. But we need that to get around the dungeon, A, for minions, and B, later on, if the torch doesn't go out especially, she could do a lot of mining too. So let's see what we can do. D6 plus 6 for her initial movement. That's a total of 10. So I'm going to put this marker here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. And then her next activation is also going to be a movement. She's going to start right here. D6 plus 6. That's a total of 7. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, you can't see that. 3. That was 3. Oh, she's got to go all the way around. Hold on. We're going to take back some of that movement. Got a 10 before, right? So we're going to take back 1, 2, 3 movement before we did that roll. And she's going to move north 3. I forgot there's a wall right here. So she can't actually go into that room. So 1, 2, 3. And then we rolled a 1 for a total of 7 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So the cultist that's up there can't see her, but that was only her first activation, right? So with her 5th activation, she's going to move and she's going to try to take out this cultist ultimately. This cultist of Zool. D6 plus 6. 2, 4, 6, 8. So, what was that first? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, as soon as she came within 4, that cultist converted into a rating, technically. She's going to stop there and she's going to attack. So let's go to the battle board. All right, here we are with our cultist. This is a minion, so we will be rolling the final strike die. What is it rocking? It is rocking spiritual, it is rocking arcane, and range. Now, the bow only does 2 damage, so even if we do hit it, we're not going to kill it necessarily. But we could always use our spectral, our bolt, or summon spectral sword if we needed to get the last 1 or 2 damage, hopefully. This does have a combat ability though. Before combat, so this is a one-time thing that happens. The cultist rolls a d20. A 16 to 20, place 4 tokens on the card. These represent increased health. Remove any tokens on this card at the end of the monster phase. This ability activates once per turn. So, if we do a 16 through 20, those tokens will go on there. They'll stay on there through the end of the monster phase. So, if we continue to fight it, then it will persist. If we take our next activation, for example, and fight it, those tokens will still be there, but we won't make that roll again. So, no, 6, that doesn't happen. So now let's roll and see what are we going to hit it with. It is arcane. Okay, arcane's good. We get a +4 with that. And that's really the only thing we get is +4. So we need a 15. So we need an 11 or better. Come on, 11 or better. And we've got our arcane, 11 or better. Oh, God. We missed with both of those. 6 and 1. That sucks. So that was a miss. So she's going to take 2 damage because she missed with her attack or warfare rolls. So 13. It's a 12, 11, 10. And she actually missed with a warfare roll. So she's taking 2 more after that. 9, 8. Ouch. That sucks. Okay, well, that's the way the cookie crumbles, I suppose. Man, I need to get her something to up. I guess to up her arcane, because I really thought it would be better. Oh well, it is what it is. So actually, but she can't. See, this is what sucks. She can't attack again. But here is what she's gonna do while we're here. Let's pull out before she attacks again. She is going to spend. She's going to use her spectral sword. She's going to channel that. It can be used out in the dungeon. It's going to cost her 3 essence. She's at 8. She'll go down to 5. It's channeled. We're going to roll a d6. If we roll a 6, a 1 or a 2, it's a miss. 3 to a 5, it's 2 damage. 6 takes 3 damage. Should I do that and waste the essence, or should I just attack again? Oh man, I don't know. Yeah, let's attempt it. Okay. Well, fired and missed. Great. So that's now channeled. She fired, she missed. That's quite unfortunate. So her next action is she's just gonna basically pass with it because I mean the whole point is we want to attack this guy. So we'll actually just go ahead and go into our last activation with her, which will be our 6th activation, and she's going to use her first action to attack. We're going to do the same thing we just did, except we hope we actually hit. So, what are we doing? 3 ranged. Okay, we got a +3. Nothing from her character sheet. That's a 14. So that's slightly less ranged. So, boom. All right, come on, Mallory's golden bow. We got a +3, so we need 11 or better to hit. Oh, there we go. We hit both times. 6 and 5 is just 11. So that would be 2 damage, which would leave it with 1. And then our final strike die also hits for 2 damage, which would take it out. Cool. So we did. I should have not wasted my essence on that bolt. I talked myself into it. Dang it. So yeah, takes it out. The cultist is no more. Let's do our loot roll. We need an 18 plus to get something. 16 is not an 18. So away goes the cultist. No life force for that, but it does come off. And remember, she still has 1 action left. So let's go to the board and see what she's going to do with that action. Alright, so here we are back at the board. She's right here. There is another minion right here. Of course, he's heading that way. I think we're going to head... Oh, there's a trap right there. I mean, we got to deal with it at some point, right? I guess she doesn't have the key, so she can't go over here with the locked doors. Yeah, I guess she's just going to use it to move in that direction. D6 plus 6. D6 plus 2 for movement, plus 2 for the torch, plus another 2 for her pendant. So 6, 3 is 9. I don't want to make it rating, although he only moves a d6 plus 2, so of course again she can't kill it because it's a 3. Chaos, mystical, physical. She's really not super equipped to attack it, but I mean, c'est la vie, right? No risk, no reward. We do want to try to get as many of these out so we can get that quest done with the orcs. So maybe I actually don't care about that. So we're gonna go 9. 1, 2, 3. Oh man. 4, 5, 6. Oh, the pit. Sinkhole. You have to spend 3 movement to get past it. So she's gonna spend her last 3 to get right there. She's gonna end up having to fire a trap. 1, 2, 3. But yeah, that is still gonna make this. Well, that kind of works out because the arrows, right, are going this way. So he's going to go from this quadrant to this quadrant and then down and then out. So he's actually going to kind of do a little bit of a long turn to get back. So yeah, that's okay. That's all right. That's not that big a deal. And that takes care of her last activation. That takes care of all of those activations. So now let's go to our monsters. And we have only 2 left in the dungeon, so we've got to spawn 3 more, and hopefully we can roll and get orc archers. Alright, so here we are. We have our 2 existing monsters. We're going to roll for the other 3. Because 3 is how many we need to spawn. We're going to grab our minion deck and put that right there. Now remember, this is something I'm doing. This is not part of the normal rules. Since we're looking in this specific quest table for specific monsters, we're going to roll based on our guardian table. So 17 is where we're at. So we got 3 chances. Nope. Second chance. Nope. Third chance. Yes. Okay, so gonna start from the top and draw. Oh, there you go. We got a red orc archer. So we for sure spawned 1. That's good. Red orc archer. And then the other 2, we're just going to populate like normal. So we've got a Blackwood Prowler. And then we've got, that's 4, a green cultist of, oops, I said green cultist of Zul. All right. Let me get their standees and we will populate them on the board. Alright, here we are. So let's start with our red orc archer is going to 8. So that's way over here. Our Blackwood Prowler is going to 6, which is over here in this corner. Of course, they're spawning completely opposite of where we're at. And green cultist of Zul, 7. So they're all on the opposite side of the map. Awesome. Alright, so let's do some movement. Red cultist of Zul, which is right here. Currently moving along the purple. No special abilities. See that, will that die show up a little better? Yeah. No special abilities. Just normal movement. Go ahead and roll the patrol route. 2. It's a D6 plus 2, so moving 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Orc Siegebreaker is rating, so he is going to follow the bloody arrows. So he's headed this way into this quadrant. He's got a D6 plus 2. That's a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that takes care of him. The red orc archer right here, we just put out. Ooh. He's got a 4 orange plus 3, so that's a 7. And his ability has to do with combat. So 7 along the orange. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The Blackwood Prowler, which is up here on the 6th spot. It's got a D6 plus 5. His ability has to do with combat, so we don't have to worry about that. So that's a total of 9 going green, which is this top route. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I don't know where he'll head after that. And finally, the Green Cultist Azul right here. 3 green plus 2. Again, ability has to do with combat. So 5 movement on the green, which is this purple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. That takes care of all the movement. That takes care of all of our activations and our heroes. So, hey, at least we got one more Orc Archer out. That's good. Remember, we got to get 6 of those things. So, the other thing that I do need to remember is, you know, we could potentially take on a level 3 champion. So that's something to consider. Because remember, we got to get 2 level 3s and 2 level 4s out of the seated chambers. And there's a couple level 3s over here. There's a level 4. I don't know that I'm ready for a 4. I probably want to go to T3, level 3 before I take on a level 4, but I could potentially take on a level 3. We'll see. But not too bad of a turn. Wish I'd have got a little bit higher on the mining, and wish I hadn't wasted my essence on that spell, but it is what it is. So that will finish up this round. Thank you guys for watching. Oh, thank you guys for subscribing. Remember, we did not do the warfare, the rating roll, because Solo Crusader, we don't do that check. The only time the rating happens, minions happen, is if we see them. Then they become rating. So, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. Again, this is Justin, and I will see you, my friends, in the next video. Bye, guys.